Hi everyone, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. I am currently in my office. I'm a massage therapist and I thought it'd be a little nice to do something in a different spot, not only just for a change, but also because I have to be here super early for one of my clients. I had to meet with another one of my coworkers to talk about maybe moving rooms and moving locations. So I had an hour to kill and I thought I might as well bring my tripod along and my books and do my little try a chapter video here. So I've got 6 romance novels to go through today. 4 are heterosexual, 2 are gay. I'm just going to start right from the top of the stack that I have already dropped 3 times. By the way, this is my 3rd attempt at doing this video. The first time I felt like I was shouting, the second time I dropped the camera, it slid off of where it was, so let's just see how this goes. So, the first one is called The Undateable by Sarah Tidal. This is, I believe, the start in a Librarians in Love series. So this follows Bernie. Her name is Melissa something. Bernie is her nickname. She's in the background of a viral video. Her coworker gets proposed to in a flash mob at the library at work, and it's not the proposal that goes viral, it's Bernie in the background of the video rolling her eyes hardcore at all this like over-the-top love stuff, whatever. So a reporter in town finds out who she is and wants to try and help her find love and make it like a column, and so he sets her up on dates, and of course I'm assuming he ends up falling for her himself. So that's this one. It was okay. The first chapter was fine. I started reading the second chapter since it sounds like they alternate chapters. So I wanted to see what his viewpoint was like. It's going to be pretty predictable. I think I know how it's going to go. I'm going to give it another chapter or 2 to make sure, but I am probably going to just let this go since it's not totally grabbing me, and it sounds kind of like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and I'm really sorry, I don't like that movie. If anyone likes that up there, I apologize, but it's just super not my jam. Okay, next up is Sebastian, the Soldiers Scoundrel. This follows Jack Turner, who grew up in the sort of underworld slums of London, and he is running essentially a private investigator business for people like in middle class and in the town to try and investigate things if they're being blackmailed or they think someone stole something from them or whatever. So he's got this business to run, and in comes this, it's an Earl, Lord, he's a gentleman regardless. Oliver comes in and expecting to yell at this Jack guy because he found in his sister's accounts that she paid him 200 pounds for something, so he's trying to figure out if he can get him to break and tell him what his sister was investigating. But these 2 guys are attracted to each other, and Jack knows that the gentleman is gay because he saw him having sex with a man at a party years ago. So of course I'm assuming these 2 characters fall in love. They're both attracted to each other. I liked this a lot. This was really fun. They had good chemistry and I liked the writing, and I will keep up with this one for sure. This is the first in a series. I don't know the series name. I don't have internet access here at the office. Not only do we not have anything here, but I'm in a basement, so it's like all cinder blocks. You just can't get internet access. So, but look this up. This was really good. I liked this, and I'm glad I have more of Sebastian's work because I think she might be another, like my 3rd favorite romance author. Keeping up with the other one, this is the other gay romance, My Fair Captain by J.L. Langley. This was a recommendation from my friend Richard. We're friends on Library Thing and on Goodreads. He's got 2 different reviews for this book on Goodreads. One for this first version of the book and one for the second version, which came out, I don't know, 7 or 8 years after this was first published. This is a space romance. So it's set like 2,500 years in the future, in the 4800s. There are 2 planets that are set up like Regency England. So on one of these planets, the main guy, he's an intergalactic Navy captain. He gets called back home to assume his role in the peerage. His father passes away, and so he's got to come and run the household and things. And he runs into a different prince. I don't know where he's from. He might be from the other planet, unsure right now. So the two of them kind of fall in love, but their families are involved, and there was a duel at the opening of this. I'm not sure where that's going to go, because that was a prologue before the first chapter, but I read the first chapter and the prologue, and I really liked this. I thought this was a lot of fun, and fun to see, like, robotic carriages, and I think they still use horses, but the carriages are robotic somehow, and like the cameras that are in the houses and stuff. I don't know. So I like the futuristic but still Regency set to it. These two main characters seem like they're going to be a really, really cute couple. I shouldn't say cute probably, but yeah, it looks like it'll be a lot of fun. And if I like it, I might continue. This is the start of a series too. So thank you, Richard, for this several years ago recommendation, and I really like this. Next up is Suddenly You by Lisa Kleypas. This one and the next two I got from Sarah McLean's recommended romance list that she adds to all the time. So this is the first in a duology. This woman is like middle class in the town, and she's a virgin at 30 and unmarried. So she hires a prostitute to relieve her of her virginity, and a guy shows up that she assumes is him, and he goes along with it. They don't quite go all the way, but almost. And later on, she finds out that he is actually a publisher who purchased her first novel. She is a fairly well-known author, and I think the sparks will fly more once they go back and forth, because she wants to buy her first novel back from him, so he doesn't publish it because she thinks it's terrible and whatever. I was prepared to not like this, because I have read a lot of synopses of Lisa Kleypas's books before, and they haven't done anything for me. They don't even sound like anything interesting. But I accidentally read the first quarter in under an hour. So 90 pages in like 45 minutes, that's pretty good. So I'll finish this one. It's not the greatest thing, but it's really readable, and I like these two characters kind of going back and forth so far. So yeah, surprisingly, I am enjoying this. After this one, this is Amanda Quick, Ravish. This is a standalone written in 1992 originally, and this follows two sisters who are vicars' daughters. Both of their parents are passed away, and the younger, don't know if it matters, the mousier, more independent sister wants to send her other, more beautiful sister into London for the marriage market so she can get married. So she calls in the man who kind of owns all the land, their town and the country around it, to help him support them in going to London, and to help him bust some smuggling that's going on in caves around the town. The main girl who called him in pulls out fossils and illustrates them, and then sells fossils. That's how she earns her money. And she was in this cave trying to like get some fossils out of the wall, and noticed all the stuff in there. So I don't know where it's going to go. I'm assuming that this man will fall for her and vice versa, but I don't really care to see what happens. It's not, I mean, I think it's an unusual setup. The smuggling thing I like. It reminds me of Daphne du Maurier, who I really, really like, but I don't, no. So this one's going to go as well. And the last is A Man to Call My Own by Johanna, Lindsey. This follows two sisters, one very beautiful and prissy, one kind of normal and tries to blend in all the time. Their mother died a long time ago. Their father has just passed away. This is set in New York in the 1800s, and they will inherit half of his fortune on their marriage, but until they get married, they have to go and live with their aunt, who lives on a ranch in the wilds of Texas. I don't even know if Texas is a state at this point, but they make it sound like it's the end of the earth, which I'm sure it was then. But so this one follows the mousier wallflower sister as she finds love with the cowboy on this Texas ranch. Yeah, I don't really care about this either. It was fine, the writing was fine, but I don't know. If I had no other options for romance, if I was just starting out, I would probably continue to read this and think it was just fine, but I think it will be, you know, just an okay to a good book. And I have at least 3 other books here, because I will read the other 3, those 2, Sebastian, J.L. Langley, and Lisa Kleypas. I'll read all of those for sure. But the other, like the other 2 in this one, I don't really care, you know, that's fine. I'm gonna let this one go as well. So out of the 6, these 3 are out. Nothing wrong with any of them, just not my jam. And these 3 are staying. So have you guys read any of these? Did you love any of the ones I'm getting rid of? Have you read anything from Sarah McLean's list before? That was really helpful when I was trying to get into romance, because she covers all genres, all types of romance. She does not care, she just loves romance. So it's a really great reference. I'll try and link that below in the description. And thanks to Richard again for this one, because this was self-published originally, I think. And I really, really am enjoying it. So yeah, really fun and unusual. Anyways, hope you like the setting, hope you can hear me okay, and I'll be back soon with another video. Hopefully not another try a chapter, but it might be. I don't know. I'm having fun with these. So hope you're having a good day, reading something wonderful, and I will see you soon. Bye.